It's gonna be my idea, my suggestions. We're gonna do a raffle.
This video is long. You see how many minutes?
It's okay, they're still watching. And we're gonna do a raffle, and I think maybe we might raffle.
Man, it's the glow for me. Like, it's the glow for me. Hi guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for always clicking on my videos. And if you're not yet a subscriber, what are you really waiting for? Please click on the subscribe icon. Please guys, subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell notification so that whenever I put up a new video, you would be the first to know. Okay, welcome back to another video. This is the first sit down video I'm having in like forever. Okay, so welcome back guys. And yeah, my husband and I, we went for a little getaway. And at the moment it's not around, so I want to use this opportunity to film this video. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys every mishap that happened during my wedding, both the traditional wedding and the white wedding, which is a church wedding. I don't have a list where I wrote everything down, so I'm going to be giving you all these details from up here. So where do I even start from? I don't know where to start from, so I'm just going to be putting it in there anyhow. Let's just combine it and compile everything together. First, I want to start with when we're going to pay for the list. Let's start there. As God will have it, everything that happened in God's time and God's planning and God's doing and all that. When we were on our way to my village, okay, we went on a convoy, myself, my mom, my mom's friends, and my husband had gone ahead of us. So first off, one of the cars in the convoy started overheating, okay, and then we had to stop and then make sure the car wasn't overheating again, and next thing it started overheating again, we had to stop again. And yeah, that was that. And then accidentally there was a slight accident on our way to the village. While we were going to the village through the Umahia road, a car that was coming towards us was on a very high speed and wanted to dodge the pothole right in front of him. So he almost ran into us, but by God's grace he ran into the side mirror of the car. So he just shattered the side mirror and that was it. We thank God that nothing out of the ordinary happened. And then while we were almost at Umahia, I got a call from my husband and he said his tire busted. My husband is back.
Yeah, I brought baby's breakfast, nothing too much. We got healthy grapes, seedless. Krispy Kremes, that's me, dozen, they're good. And some bomb sandwiches from ShopRite.
Is that breakfast?
Yes. Which one is good?
For us?
Yes. I didn't know you were awake like that. Don't eat all the donuts. I'm telling you that.
Later. Love you.
Are you sure? Okay, let's get 658.
Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't even wash up. Okay, so as I was saying, what was I even talking about? Yeah, my husband told me that his tire busted when we were approaching Umahia and he was fixing it. So we caught up with him while he was still fixing the car. And then we ended up going to the village together and we ended up going late. Unfortunately for us, we found out that dowries are not paid in the daytime. It's usually done at night. So as I said, everything worked according to God's plan. Thank God we didn't even go very early. Then moving on to the actual ceremony, the TM. Now let me start from the hotel where we stayed. Yeah, we stayed in a church hotel because I'm not very familiar with Umahia. I don't know anywhere in Umahia. My husband doesn't know anywhere in Umahia. So it was my mom that actually picked out the hotel where we stayed in. So getting there, it wasn't really what we expected. Like We were once in that hotel a long time ago when my mom was sworn in. That was a very long time ago. That time the hotel was still very new, but getting there we found out that it wasn't bad, it wasn't good, but it was doable. And we stayed in the Catholic hotel, and then we stayed there. The night before that was when they paid my dowry, and then the next day was the day for the traditional marriage. So we're just in the hotel chilling, relaxing, you know, catching fun, chatting up with people that came around to see me. And then along the line, it was time for me to start dressing up. Okay, it was about, I think it was after 12. We occupied at least 7 rooms in that hotel, at least. At most, I can't remember, but the least, it was 7 rooms. So when it was time for me to start dressing up, I noticed the charging port wasn't there wasn't current to the charging port, yeah. And then the makeup artist plugged her ring light. There was no lights in the charging port, but there was lights in the bulb, and the AC wasn't working. So I felt it was electrical kind of thing. And then after a while the light went out, and then I was on the first floor, and then some of my friends were on the second floor. And then I called them and they told me there was still light in their floor and the charging port was still giving light and all that. I started getting agitated, I was getting irritated, and you know, things like that, it shouldn't even happen. Okay, so I called my mom, because my mom had gone to the village, you know, to put things in order, take care of the caterers and all of that. I called my mom. I told my mom that, see, this hotel, the charging, there's no lights, blah 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 blah. I explained everything to her. She was not like, what do I want her to do, that she's not around, but I should figure it out. So I went downstairs to the reception and I wanted to like talk to the receptionist and all. And then the guy that's in charge of all of that said they usually turn their lights off by 12. And that because we were still in the hotel, that's why they left it up until this time, because that time it was about 30 minutes after 12, but that he was going to turn the lights out by 1 o'clock. I was like, turn the lights out by 1? How? When? Where? I don't understand. How am I going to make up? How am I going to wear my dress? What's going to happen? God, I flared up. I was so angry. I was so agitated. I was irritated. Everything you can think of, I felt that. I was so angry. And then I went up, I called my husband, I told because there was a hotel close to us, beside us basically. So I called my husband, I was like, I'm leaving this hotel, I started packing my load. Because number one, I was angry. Number two, we're running out of time. I started packing my load. I packed all my things, carried my suitcases. I started moving. I said, I'm going. Some of my friends that were on the second floor, they didn't even know what was happening. So the person that was with me at the time was my makeup artist, because she came to make me up. So she was trying to like calm me down and all of that. I said I was leaving. My husband I didn't even want to hear even my husband. I did not want to hear anybody because I was very upset. So bottom line was, what actually happened, how we resolved it was my husband ended up buying diesel for their generator. So we bought extra diesel and then they left the gen running. Yeah. And then that's wahala number 2. Wahala number 3. I started making up. I had my makeup done, I had my hair done, and then there was a slight altercation between my friend and my makeup artist. Very slight, friendly, minor altercation. I didn't like the aura it gave, but I just overlooked it because, you know, girls always act like that. So when my makeup artist was making me up, I was facing the AC like this. I was directly facing the AC, even though the room was already getting cold, but she wanted me to face the AC directly, and facing the AC was basically me facing the wall, and then the photographer was right there and needed to cover the videos, the pictures and all of that. So he was like telling me to turn so that he can do his job while she does her job. And then she flared up. She was like, no, the AC needs to touch my face, and if anything happens that she's not going to make any corrections, that the photographer should wait. In my mind I was like, I didn't even want to say anything. I just kept quiet, because within me I know very well that my pictures are way more important than makeup. Even though the makeup is important, yes, but the pictures are way important because the pictures help me as in reserve and retain memories. Yeah, so I was in my mind, I was like, Kilo Day, why would she not want? I was not like, okay, let me share it into two. Since I was facing the wall, I said, let me turn and face this other wall so the photographer can stand on the bed and do his job while she does hers. And so when I did that, she now started complaining, no, she's uncomfortable, blah 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 blah, that if the makeup should break, that she's not going to correct it, anything, nothing. And I said, okay, let me turn. I told the photographer to just give me a few minutes because I needed a good atmosphere at the time. Okay, so and then when she was done with the makeup, and then I turned, did my pictures, everything was going well. You know, every time, you know, basically after your makeup and everything, before you head down to the event, you have to take pictures. So I started taking pictures with my white outfit, the second outfit first, because that's the one that comes with the head tie, and my head tie was auto gilly. Okay, so and then I started taking pictures, and the first time the head tie, it's auto gilly now, so you put it on the one that is already placed on your head. You place it right here, so the thing came to my front like it fell off, and then the makeup artist was the person that tied it, and then she helped me put it back on and all of that. So while I was going inside to sit to like take another position to take pictures, the thing fell off again. Like, and when this thing falls, it shoves my face, like it goes like this. It goes to my nose and it comes down. So I was like, I sat down for her to help me do the head tie again and all of that. See, shout. Like the thing, it happened in like a twinkle of an eye. It happened like this. She scolded my friend, as in, I don't even know what happened. Next thing I heard, because so many people were talking, I was paying attention to this person, next thing I heard, I saw my makeup artist scolding my friend, like shouting, like she was shouting at a kid. I kept quiet the first time, and then she was still increasing the tempo. I was like, no, now don't shout on her like that. No, relax. She was trying to say that the edge of the, I don't even know what she was, one of the things she was trying to say was that the auto gilly was difficult to tie and all of that. She scolded my friend. I was like, no, now don't do that. It's too much and all of that. And then that one passed. And then we got to the venue. Okay, before I entered the main one that made me upset on my wedding day, before I entered that one, when I got to the venue, I noticed that there was no music. Like, people were just sitting down. There was no music. I was like, what's happening? Is it burial? What's going on? So we entered the compound and we went to the tail end of the primary school. I noticed there was no music. I called my mother. I said, what's going on? Where is the DJ? What's happening? And then she said, what's that? I said that this place is very quiet. There's no music. Okay. And then she said, okay, let her call. Then she called. She now found out that the DJ was about to start his music and all of that. And fine, that one was settled and resolved. And then food came late. Why did the food come late? My mom is this kind of person that she likes, no matter the occasion that she's having or any occasion that she is involved in, everything can go wrong. But you see, food shouldn't go wrong. Food shouldn't be scarce. Food should be on the surplus, okay? So there was no food. Food came, as in there was no food. I say, what's going on? I did not even pay attention to that one that time. I was trying to take care of myself and do what I'm supposed to do and all of that. It was later that I now realized that I was told that in my house there was no water for them to start cooking on time. So there was no water, so they had to go buy water with the GP tank. So that's why they started cooking late, even though the food finally came, and it came late, but it came surplus. It came late, but people still had enough to eat. That was it. So, and then moving on to the main cocoa on my TM day. Okay, so after after my first outfit where I wore the red dress, you know, where I shared the powder and all of that, I had to go change into my main traditional attire, the white and gold kiniko. And then I did that in my uncle's house. That was where I stayed to change, because where I stayed is quite far from my distance, from my village rather. So I had to change in the village. I didn't have to go back to Uma. I had to go and change. And then while I changed, I didn't put my hair tie on my head, because, you know, if you all know, I might insert a picture of what my hair tie looks like, the hair tie and all of that. If you wear that, you will not be able to sit comfortably inside the car, coupled with my height and all of that. So I got to the after I changed, I got to the venue. Now it was time for me to put the hair tie, and they were already calling me, and you know, time was going and people were going far distance. I needed to do so that people would go home early, because the road to my village is, my local government is called Bende. And then I don't know, I didn't want this video to be too long. My local government is called Bende, and then while we were traveling, people were making side comments that truly my place is Bende, because it's bending. Like there are sharp bends and there are very deep cliff down by the roadside, like by the road. Like it's really very deep, and it's always, so I needed people to finish and go on time. That was our major concern, my family's major concern. So when it was time for me to put my hair tie, I called the makeup artist, came to tie the hair tie, and of course she was the one that dressed me up. And then whenever she ties the hair tie, it will fall. Whenever she ties the hair tie, it will fall, shoving my face. So my friend again, because she was the one basically that was by my side. I'm sure you people will know her. She was the one that was, if you watch that video, you will notice the one person that was by my side. In fact, the ring bearer during the wedding, she's the one I'm talking about. So she was the one that was by my side. She was practically my right arm woman. Okay, so she was like telling the makeup artist to take it easy, because the hair tie, once she does that, it keeps shoving my face, and my makeup here was different. Ha! Jehovah, this girl carried my hair tie and fling. I'm not kidding. I'm not mixing words. I'm not putting sugar. She carried my hair tie and flinged it. Started shouting that my friend should not talk to her like that. Why would she talk to her like that? That shall be. And this makeup artist, whenever any of my friend wants to come inside the room to help or assist with anything, she will basically lock them outside. She didn't want anybody to come inside. She wanted to do everything herself. So that's why most of my friends were away. So she didn't even want help. She didn't even want anybody to like be where I am. She was basically the only one there. Even that my friend said at some point she didn't even want to open the door for her. So she was not scolding my friend. That she has been the only one with me. Nobody has helped her. I said, no, don't do it. Don't shout on her like that. Don't shout on her like that. This person that you're shouting on is making sure that everything goes well for me and everything that concerns me, my properties and everything. She started scolding my friend. All this while that she has been changing it for my friend, even the photographer, I kept quiet. Like, I kept quiet. And then she made a comment that she has been the only one that was with me. I said, did you allow anybody come inside the room? You practically drove everybody out. You didn't even allow anybody come inside. Oh, no. I changed it for her. I couldn't hold it anymore. So my friends that were eating, the bridesmaid, the ashwebi, they were eating, standing by. One of my friends also is also a makeup artist. So the bridesmaids that were eating there saw the altercation going on. So they ran. I was like, It was wild. Like, when I mean wild, it was heated. They were like, why are you shouting? No, they changed it for her. I was like, no, leave her, let her shout. I gave it to her back. So my auntie was like, I shouldn't shout and all of it. It was wrong. Why would you fling my hair tie? Are you the one that made the hair tie for me? Abi, are you the one that buy it for me? The hair tie that I buy costs money. It costs. Now you carry my hair tie. Now you buy the hair tie, give me. and then you're shouting at the girl like you're talking to your staff. No, I wouldn't take it. So my friends were like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. When we wanted to help, you practically drove us out. You didn't even want anybody involved. You drove us out. You didn't want anybody involved. This and that. And then I told her, don't make me angry. Today is my wedding day. If you are the mbofo, my people will call it mbofo, that they have sent today of all days. Like, I was so upset. I was upset. And then she went one side and then she stayed and all of that. And then she now made one comment. That girl. You know, these people, if you're a makeup artist, if you're a fashion designer, a furniture maker, if you're an entrepreneur, like you do things with your hand, you're a baker, all of those things. Even though you're good at what you do, yeah, have a decent manner of approach. Even though you're very good at what you do makeup and your makeup sits pretty on a person's face, but your manner and your attitude is terrible, you'd lose customers. Imagine she was even comparing herself to another of my friend that is a makeup artist, that she charges cheaper than my friend that charges more expensive. Why would you compare yourself with another person? Run your race and leave the other person to run their race. I told her, I picked you for reasons best known to me. It's not even as if that, okay, let me finish the hair tie thing. So that my friend that is also a makeup artist was not the one that helped me fix my hair tie. And guys, as I dance all the dance when it did my body for my team, that hair tie did not fall off. She fixed it in a perfect way, but she didn't do it right. That was why it kept falling on my face. But then my friend did it, and then she did it perfectly and it didn't fall off. So if you want to do something, or you have a handwork, or you have anything, do it. Yeah, guys, my husband is here, and in case you notice that guy moving up and down. Anyways, if you have a handwork, have a good manner of approach. No matter what you do, no matter how good your handwork is, no matter how beautiful a designer you are, no matter how wonderful a carpenter you are, have a good manner of approach. Okay, so yes, that was what went down during the traditional marriage. And I don't know, is there another thing that went down? Babe, can you think of anything that didn't go according to plan during the TM?
The food didn't come on time.
Yeah, I've said that. I didn't want this video to be long, but yeah, it is what it is. So I don't know if I would insert everything.
Sorry.
I don't know if I'll include things that went down during the wedding.
Baby, why didn't you turn this thing and face here, behind here? Maybe for the... Okay, I'm in your video, sorry.
Hey, Jesus. Jesus.
No, it would have been better though.
I will, but the lighting won't be. It won't be. I'm facing the light. That's
Here's
why
the
it's
lamp.
bright. And then during the white wedding, nothing actually went wrong.
Yeah, it went wrong. I was Mr. Timekeeper.
Okay, yes.
No, we
Okay.
should have took... No.
Maybe it's not the sit down
No,
video
but
for two,
no.
but don't worry.
What? I just
Baby,
let me talk to your fans.
No, baby, don't do it
Look,
now.
subscribers, this is baby alert.
Your hair
We're
is
gonna-
very,
wait.
your hair is unkept. Go on.
We're gonna do a raffle and give back to the people. It's gonna be my idea, my suggestions. We're gonna do a raffle. And
This
we're gonna-
video is long. You see how many
It's
minutes?
okay, they're still watching. And we're gonna do a raffle. And I think maybe we might raffle a new phone, maybe a new TV. Why? Because I remember when my sweetheart started this channel and it was like 10, maybe 100 and 200, and then she got Steam. Now it's almost like 5,000. We're 95,000 short, but that's gonna come. So anyway, I'm talking too much, but that's not the point. The point is, I remember how she started and look at where she's at now. So I wanna thank you guys as her husband, as her main squeeze. We're gonna do a raffle. She'll tell you about it later. We might raffle off a TV, maybe a new phone, maybe some electronic gadgets just for you guys. So that's it. Thank you, I'm done. But if your number doesn't hit, you don't win anything. Thank you.
I didn't see that coming, but yeah, it is what it is. Well, yes. What actually went down during the wedding was, number one, yes, the church wedding was set for 10 o'clock, and my husband, being an accurate timekeeper in his former life, we went there. We were 10 minutes early, and the wedding did not start on time. The wedding started like 10 minutes after 11. Yes, that was one thing that went wrong during the wedding. It didn't start on time. We were early, but it started late. During our marriage class, I remember they were telling us, come on time, come on time. If you don't come on time, you just walk in like that, you won't be called in. We came on time, and then it started late. It started 10 minutes after 11. And then what else went wrong? Yes, as I said earlier, in my preparation video, the event center we actually wanted to use was booked. It was way bigger, but the one that we used wasn't big enough because it turned out that we had more guests than we anticipated. So it wasn't big enough to convey all our guests. We had a VIP card, but yeah, we had a VIP card for our guests to gain access, but it turns out that the hall wasn't big enough for the guests. What else went wrong? My reception gown wasn't complete. Yes, the designing, she was supposed to include more appliques, whatever it's called, on the dress, but she didn't do it. But trust me, if I don't tell you, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know at all. And then what else went wrong? What else went wrong during the wedding? Nothing else went wrong. The wedding was perfect. We finished on time. We had a very clear weather. Everything was perfect. Everything was on time. Yeah, so we've come to the end of the video, and that's all that for that. If I think of anything, I'll include it in another video, but for now we are done with this one, and that's basically everything that went wrong during our wedding. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Anticipate a how we met video. Me and my husband will be filming that how we met video.
Let's go home together.
But not today.
I want to eat together.
Anticipate a how we met vlog video coming up very soon, filming featuring my husband and I. And then yeah, and I will anticipate a Q&A as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section, like, share, comment, all those good stuff. If you've not yet subscribed to this wonderful channel, please click on the subscribe icon, turn on your bell notification so that whenever I put up a new video, you would be the first to know. You wouldn't be left out on any of my bangers. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all. Bye. See ya.